Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and get to the chair, and I'll explain what we're doing today. So, I'll see you there. Alright, well, back to it again. The last time I've actually touched a guitar, it's been about 48 hours. It's also been the weekend. Not that that is like a reason to not practice. But yeah, I've just been thinking a lot. I want the next time I play guitar, I want it to be in the right mindset. Because I feel like I've been going through a lot of changes and growth. And a lot of that growth, of course, comes along with growing pains. So I don't know, I just want to be in the right mindset. Because I can feel myself not being in the right mindset. I have to work with that. I'm being pretty ominous right now. So basically, I have been practicing a lot for the last like 6 months. You've seen the whole thing. And I feel like I talk about this like all the time now. You can tell I'm like a little messed up from it. What I've learned from the guitar festival and also starting my masterclass and playing in my masterclass, most importantly, is that I really do have extremely minimal performance experience. And the problem that I've been having, I think, is that I hear myself playing and I practice and I know what I sound like, I know what I'm capable of, and I have these expectations about myself in performance. I'm coming to realize now that performing is truly its own thing. It's its own thing that needs to be practiced separately from just practicing whatever you're working on. This is kind of a hard topic to talk about. This is my practice log and it serves as a diary, but this is also like kind of a place of business too. But it didn't start that way, of course. So I feel weird like really showing my biggest insecurities and weaknesses because it makes me feel like less of a guitarist and less of a teacher, of course. But I don't know, I think I need to talk about it because I don't think I can just go on and just have like a normal practice log and not talk about how I'm feeling. So like, as you guys know, I have a master class and I decided that I'm going to start playing in it because I need performance experience and I see like how nervous everybody gets. And to my shock, I feel like I just get so insanely nervous to play in it. Which, like, keep in mind, I have a lot of pressure on me because it's like my master class and this is like my thing that I do, and I try to show myself as like a strong guitarist, so it's hard to show weakness. It feels like it's a blow to my ego, and that's why it's so painful. But yeah, I've had some performances in it, and the way I feel in them just makes me feel really concerned about my abilities, or at least that's how I felt at first, and I'm starting to realize now I feel bad because like the performances, they at least felt bad. Like, I'm sure they didn't sound that great either, but I know for certain that they felt bad, which of course they do. Like, I have like basically zero performance experience. Like, I just practice guitar, so of course they feel bad. I guess I just had these expectations that they wouldn't feel bad, and that expectation was based off of my abilities like in the practice room. And again, I have this idea that like it probably will go well because of course, like, I'm a good guitarist, why wouldn't it go well? It feels really bad because it almost feels like worse than the worst case scenario that I even planned for. So the big question is, how much do you have to practice performing before it actually feels good, or before you can play like similar to how you play in the practice room? And keep in mind, I'm saying this as somebody who doesn't know the answer yet, but I have a hypothesis for what the answer might be. If I look back and see like how many times did I practice, like for example the fugue that I'm working on, or like the Morel Sonatina, like how many days have I practiced those pieces? Is it like 150 days or 200 days? And like, what did it sound like from the very beginning? Well, it sounded awful. Like, it sounded like a bombed performance essentially. Like, I just didn't know the piece. I think the answer might be you have to perform a comparable amount of times to the times that you practiced it, which makes sense. That's a hard reality to face if that is true, but I have a feeling that that might be the case. That's why people quit, you know, because people practice and they practice really hard and then they build themselves up and then they try to do it and they just crash and burn and fail. That pain that you feel when you fail, I think it's really like your ego, like you're hurting yourself essentially. So it hurts to like crash and burn. So I definitely see why people would quit after something like that. If you guys have been around since the beginning, you've seen that I used to do Friday extravaganzas. The show, the practice logs were leading up to, like, it was an actual show where I reacted to stuff and I would perform for the cameras. And I remember the first few of those performances that I did, they were rough. Like, I got nervous and my hands like shook and they felt bad. And you might have noticed I have been getting less and less frequent with the extravaganzas. It's because I'm getting bored, because when I perform for them now, they're not really exciting anymore. I don't know, it's just like kind of a chore. Like, I don't feel like I really get anything from it anymore. I think I'm just gonna stop doing them, honestly. The Friday thing that I've been doing, because it's like, what do I do with that time now? I've been hosting a masterclass, and I mean, I've only done 2 of them so far, but man, my performances in there, they feel like 10 times worse than the first extravaganza. Like, the nerves, it's really scary, but I can feel from that I am growing leaps and bounds, way more than I ever was doing whatever I was before then. If I really do care about this, even if it feels humiliating, even if it like hurts my ego, I have to do it. The thing is, I know that a lot of you guys that show up to that masterclass, which it's hard for me to like fully appreciate because I'm so in my head. That's the thing, like, I'm so in my head like about my performance, and that does help me empathize with anybody else if they're like clearly anxious. But you know, it's hard to get out of your head sometimes. I know for you guys that feel like really nervous and like it feels terrible, just keep doing it. It is a true performance. It feels like one. And I say that having very little performance experience. I've performed on stage with classical like 4 times in like brief moments, no more than like 10 minutes. And that feels pretty similar to when I play in my masterclass. So it's hard, and it would be really easy to quit, and it would be really easy for a lot of you to quit too. I'm gonna be there. I super encourage that all of you just keep doing it. I do really think that we're onto something there. Like, I know my goal going into it before was I want to play this thing and I want to feel it and play it well and have it feel really good and have it come out well. So it's like, what, I want to play it like at my peaked, like in practice after like an hour of playing. No, that's not gonna happen. Like, this is essentially the first time I'm playing it again. So my new goal going into it is I just want to get the experience of playing it in front of people, and I kind of just have to let myself just get destroyed. That is no longer a concern of mine anymore. I have to just let that go. I have to just let it be painful, and I can't like react too much to it, except that I'm not gonna get better until I have just absolutely hit my rock bottom. And then once I've reached that point, and there is no getting lower than that, I believe that I can then ascend. It no longer matters like how I'm playing. I just want to be able to display what I'm able to do, just at whatever level I play it at. It's going to be a process. And like, of course, I've never done anything quite like that before. I think this is a process that everybody has to go through, and it's something that isn't as obvious with like these crazy performers who like started really young. I do think that everybody just has to suck for a long time. And the only difference when you see these people who are like amazing is that they just sucked when they were a kid and they just got it out of the way. I just haven't done that enough yet. We'll see where it's at in like a year. I'm gonna grow from this, and I'm inviting you all to grow from it as well. So, you know, it's all good. I don't know if this is gonna make the cut like at all, because I am just kind of venting. I know that in my words and in my voice that there is defeat. There's also resolve too. I know that there's an answer to this, and I will find it. That's kind of cool, like documenting it, because it'll be interesting to look back on that. It's not a linear, just upward path. There's going to be highs and lows to learning how to perform and learning this instrument. You're going to build yourself up. Reality will smack you in the face. And again, it brings you back to the question. I've said this before. If guitar is your main thing, you should just make a point to ask yourself, am I going to play guitar today? You know what? The last 2 days, I said no. I asked myself the question. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And right now we're nearing the end of the 3rd day, and I'm asking myself that question again. And, you know, I'm still actually undecided. I don't know. This might be the very first practice log where I don't practice. I probably won't even call it a practice log. Man, this is gonna be a weird video. It's a sore feelings practice log. My goals going forward are not to be to play well. It's just gonna be to play. I can't have an ego about it. Like, I can't play and then be like, like that sucked. Like, this felt bad. Just like, I played. All right, that's where it's at. And I just have to be okay with that. It's like starting from ground zero. I'm starting from ground zero either way. But before, I was expecting to start on like floor 150. Now my expectations are just to start where I actually am, which is better. It's a lot less painful to fall 0 stories than 150. Give it a year. We'll give it a year, and then we'll see where I'm at. So, I guess the screen's gonna fade. If I'm in the piano bench, that means that I said yes. So, we'll see where we're at. I'll see you there. You know, I knew that is how that was gonna go, so that always makes the intro like kind of awkward when I'm like, hey, this is Cameron, and this is, you know, it's not gonna be the last time we talk about this, I'm sure. Alright, I'm gonna play a little guitar, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I will see you on the other side. I I played through some stuff. Let me bring you closer. I'll explain where I'm at. I did my nails, and I played through some stuff. Got my fingers buttery. I kind of want to just go to bed early, because I'm tired. I know I'm gonna hit the shed tomorrow pretty hard. So I'm just gonna play something fun. Yeah, I filed my nails and all that. That's like mental health stuff for guitar, if you like take the time to file your nails. I'm setting myself up for this week. So I'm gonna play Morel Movement 3. I'm gonna play it how I play it, however it comes out. So, here it is. Yeah, you know, that felt a little numb, a little uninspired. My A still feels a little weird from changing it. Not that, like, it would be cleaner if I didn't change it or anything. It's fine. We're gonna keep working on it. There's a lot of stuff to do with that. Alright, let's end this. Tomorrow will be a better day. And, yeah. Hey, well, did you enjoy that? Did you like that one? What did you think of that? You know, Facing Our Demons, Part 3. Is that what this one's gonna be? I don't know. Well, if you made it this far, be sure to like and subscribe, bro. Hey, want some guitar lessons? It's like, yeah, man, I give guitar lessons. Guitar teachers have problems too, and that's like, you know, it's part of life. It's fine. I got any comment questions? I answer those sometime. I spend entire episodes answering those, actually, so be sure to leave those. Yeah, and that's it. Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow.